59-14. That's the final score here in Santa Ana. Mater Dei getting the biggest win I've ever seen them get against St. John Bosco. Their biggest win of the Trinity League season, and might even be one of their biggest wins they're going to have this year. 59-14. I have to say it again for you one more time. 59-14. Yes, that was the final score. And at halftime, it was actually 45-0. So Mater Dei dominated this one from the start, and they didn't really let up. I mean, they were getting fumbles and interceptions and doing some things on special teams. It was just across the board, all three phases. I'm sure that Coach Raul Laura is very pleased. He improves to 8-0 overall in his first 8 games at Mater Dei. 4-0 in the Trinity League. They're in the driver's seat to win this league. They're in the driver's seat to be number 1 in the CIF Southern Section, number 1 in California, number 1 in the state, just number 1 in any category they're going to fall into. But this was just a game that Mater Dei, I mean, their senior leaders did their thing in this game. Let me look at this recap that I have. So, senior defensive back, Darius Dixon, made a play. Senior quarterback, Dash Byerly, made a play. Senior running back, Jordan Davison, made a play. I can keep going up and down this list. Like, all of these guys made plays in this game. And to me, that was the difference. St. John Bosco was starting a freshman quarterback, Koa Malaulu, in this game. Most of their skill guys are sophomores or juniors and things like that. And yes, they have high ceilings. They're going to be great football players, but this just wasn't their game. There wasn't much that they could do against Mater Dei this first time around. If they play them again this season, which I'm not sure they will, but if they do play them again this season, at least they'll know the physicality that Mater Dei brings. At least they'll know the execution that Mater Dei brings. They'll know all of those things, and so they will be better for this, whether the next time they play Mater Dei is later this year or it's in 2025. We'll just have to see, because obviously these teams play each other at least once a year in the Trinity League. So that was the big score, 59-14 Bosco, and that game ended with a running clock. Mission Viejo got a big win over Edison, 49-24. I understand that Hines Ward, Lilo Maava had 3 touchdowns in that game. Braille Linda, a 30-18 win over Segerstrom. Laguna Beach, 35-32 over Dana Hills. Orange Lutheran with a shutout, 38-0 over Servite. That's a big result for them. And Aliso Nagel, 30-14 over Orange. So let me go out to the Valley then. So we talked about OC. Let's go to the Valley. Bonita, they are still undefeated, 9-0. They got a 49-21 win over Charter Oak. So Bonita is doing their thing out there. Fred, I guess you got to rank them number 1 or close to the top, because they are defeating the teams that are in front of them out there in the Valley. Santa Fe, 21-14 over El Rancho. That's a big win for them. And then Covina pulls it out, 40-35 against South Hills. Don Lugo, 22-15 over Roland. And then Sarah with a really big result, 52-21 against Bishop Vermont. And so this is big, because this means Sarah versus Sierra Canyon, 2 teams that, you know, have some designs on possibly being D1 teams. They're going to battle it out for the Mission League title on next Friday. St. Paul pulling out a close one, 31-28 over Paraclete. I'm not sure many people thought that game would be that close, but hey, a win is a win. All right, in the Daily News area, Newberry Park, 38-0 over Thousand Oaks. This Newberry Park is rolling, y'all. They are 9-0. They even threw a touchdown pass to their quarterback, Brady Smigel. When your quarterback is catching touchdown passes, you know it's going to be a good day. Chaminade got their first Mission League win in double overtime, 31-30 over Notre Dame. So that was a big result. And then Moore Park, 41-0 over Royal. All right. So in the Long Beach area, had a couple games. I'm going to start with Millikan, 51-0 over Compton. And it's not the final score that matters. This is what matters for them, is that this is their first outright Moore League title since 1973. 1973. They won their first league title in 50 plus years. And they won it undefeated in the league. They're 8-2 overall, 6-0 in the league. And they are going to go into the CIF playoff on a bye, so they get to rest up, and on a 7-game winning streak. So watch out for them. I'm not exactly sure if they're going to end up in Division 2 or Division 3, but I think they could play in either one. I'm just keep it real with you. All right, Long Beach Poly, a 48-6 win over Cabrillo. So Cabrillo snuck in a couple field goals, but Poly did what they had to do in that game. Poly has Compton next week, and then you see just Compton just lost 51-0 against Millikan. So, I mean, kind of is what it is with that. And then Paramount with a big result over Norwalk. That actually gives them the driver's seat to win the Mid-Cities League. I think Norwalk was favored in that game, and so to beat them by 3 touchdowns is a really big result. Now, Norwalk is the type of offense that they're just going to run the ball, and run the ball some more. And so Paramount was able to stop the run, and they won the game. It's pretty simple. Daily Breeze area, Lusinger gets their second win in the Bay League, 21-13 over Maricosta. So that's a big result for them. And then Inglewood, 37-3 over Palos Verdes. So that means Inglewood is 9-0, and more importantly, they have already clinched an outright Bay League title with 1 game left in the regular season. So shout out to them. Carson, 45-21 over Banning. So that's a big result in a rivalry game there. And then in the inland area, we got to give a shout out to Coach Matt Logan, Centennial. He won his 293rd career game. Centennial 60, Norco 21. So that's a big result for them. Centennial has, started to come around after those early season losses that they had. I mean, now they're winning, and I think they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. Also, Colton, 49-41 over Carter. I understand that was a back and forth, just a wild game. And so for them to pull that out, that was a big win for them. Great Oak, 28-22 over Temecula Valley. And the last score I'll give you is 38-0, Summit over Europa Hills. But to talk about this Mater Dei Bosco game again, I've never seen anything like that. And where does Mater Dei go from here? Mater Dei should watch this film and know that this is the type of effort that if they give this, they can shut teams out for significant portions of the game, which they've done in Trinity League. But to shut out them 45-0,